Hi student, today we're going to take something new called for loops and the range function. But before we start to understand the for loop, I need to show you something with the while and see the difference between the while and the for loop. So let's say my goal is to start to get from Python 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something like that. I want Python that returned this line from 0 to 7. So right away I'm going to think about the while. I'm going to say what? I'm going to say I'm going to create a variable called I, and I'm going to give this I a value 0, and I'm going to say while, and with this while I'm going to use like a condition, the I is less than 8 because I want to stop at 7. So do what? Print I, and don't forget that the next time I need to add 1, so I equal this I, the old I plus 1, to add 1 every time. So what will happen? Python will think with this way, that Python will get 0 assigned to the I. The I here is 0. 0 is less than 8, so it's gonna pass. It's gonna print the I, which is 0. After that, the 0 will get 1, so the I will be 1. It will go to the while. The 1 is still less than 8, so it's gonna pass. It's gonna bring the print I, which means print 1. This one will add to it another 1. It's gonna be 2. It's gonna go to the while. The 2 is less than 8, so it's gonna pass. It's gonna print this 2. After that, I'm gonna add to the 2 1. I will have 3. I go to the while. 3 is less than 8. Yes, it's gonna pass the condition, and from here it's gonna print 3, and so on until it's gonna print 7. 7, I'm gonna add 1 to it. It will give me 8. 8, it will not pass the condition. So it's gonna stop, and I'm gonna get the result from 0 to 7. So how many lines did I use? I used 1, 2, 3, and 4 lines to get this code. And after that, it helped me to go from 0 to 7. I can go from 0 to 1000 even if I want, but I used 4 lines only to do this. With the for loop, I can use less than 4 lines. I can use actually 2 lines only. How? This for loop, you have to type 4 keyword. So I'm gonna type 4. Variable name, I choose I. The in keyword, I'm gonna use in keyword. A call to the range method, so I'm gonna type range. And inside the range, I have to put something, and after that colon, and after that the close. So in my example, I need to start from 0 to 7. I'm gonna add here not 7, I'm gonna add 8. So Python will do what? Python will say, I'm gonna start I from 0, and I'm gonna do something. After that, I'm gonna go to 1, 1. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go to 2. I'm gonna do something. I'm going to 3 and do until I'm gonna reach 7, and I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna reach the 8. And I'm gonna print this I. I will get exactly the same thing, but using only 2 lines. Can you see? I saved 2 lines from my code using the for instead of the while. So let's see how it's gonna work. So I'm gonna open the Python. I'm gonna type exactly the same thing, for I, and I'm gonna say in range, open bracket, I'm gonna add 8, colon, it's gonna shift to get the close, in the close I'm going to say print I for me. See the result. If I run it, I will get what? I will get from 0 to 7 as I wish to get it from. The same thing, if I used while, it's going to be 4 lines, but here I used only 2 lines. So this is the beauty of the range. Now, what else I can do with range? Let's say my goal is to maybe write or get from Python these numbers: 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I can ask Python, since you have this beautiful for loop and range, I need that you start from 12 and you stop to 17. See what I'm going to do as a change here in the code. I'm going to say like that. I'm going to say the range start from 12, comma, instead of saying 17, I'm going to say 18, because it's not going to reach 18, it's going to reach only 17. And let's run the code and see the result. Right away, as I wished, from 12 to 17. So can you see, I told Python start from 12 and stop not to 18, the number before. So this number is not included in the list. So if someone tell me I need something from 0 to 100, no problem. I can start from 0 and I go to not 100 to 101. And if I run this, it's going to be long list. As soon as I click, see, whoa, so I went from 0 to 100. Excellent. If I want to go from 0 to 100 but with a different way, I want, let's say, to skip by 2. So I can say go from 0 to 101, another comma, 2. That means add to the 0, 2. So it's going to be 2. Add to 2, 2. It's going to be 4. So it's going to be like a sequence that it's skipping by 2. So I started with 0. I start until where I want to stop, not 101. I want to stop till 100 only. And I want to skip by 2. So let's see how it's going to work. So it starts from 0. It skipped 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, until I reach the 100. Someone will tell me, okay, you know what? I want to do the opposite. I want to start from 100 and go to the 0 by skipping by 2, but decreasing 2 instead of increasing 2. So I'm going to say start from 101. And actually, I can say start from 100 since I want to start from 100. Until you reach here, I want to get at least to 0, so I have to say -1 and go by -2. That means decrease 2 each time. Let's run it. Here we go. I start from 100, -2, 98. I decrease 2, 96. I decrease 2, 94. I decrease 2, 92, and so on until I reach the 0, not the -1, the 0, the number before. So here it's clear 100% that if I want to do the same thing with while, I would need 4 lines, but using the for and the range function, I can reduce to 2. And don't forget, I need the for keyword, a variable. This I could be any variable I wanted. It could be name, it could be username, it could be anything. In keyword, I don't have to forget the in. I don't have to forget the range and the function. And as you can see here, I can add 1 number or 2 number or 3 number. The maximum, it can take 3 numbers inside the bracket. And after that, I print whatever I wanted. And this, we call it the close part. I hope that you understood. And it's time now to practice what you learned. Thank you for listening.